want to start fighting with me when I put your cover up. Oh, there we go. Hey. Right, where am I? Oh, give me that keyboard. Mouse's microphone's awake. Coming up, microphone. There we go. How you all doing? Right, let's have a ganders. Stream, copy, paste, home, live, pause, copy, Twitter, tweet, paste. I'm good to go. Alright. Did that show the picture? Should have done. YouTube. And there it is, lovely. Alright, let's come back to class. Who was first in? It was Susanna again. How you doing, chick? Brian Campbell came second. Bernie came third. Judy came fourth. Vicky came fifth. Trini came sixth. Hello, Trini. Alban came seventh. How you doing? Rachel came eighth. Arian came ninth. Cable Salam came 10th. And is that it? Is that all here? No, Ruby came 11th. Welcome, Ruby. And I think that's... No, Nina, hello. Came 12th. And there we go. I think I've got you all. If I missed you, sorry, my eyes are all unique. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Why? Because it's the most interesting subject in the world. I wouldn't have believed it myself. If someone told me 20 years ago, when I was into all wrestling and boxing and stuff, that I was going to go off all those subjects and absolutely fall in love with a human skeleton, I'd have said you're crazy. I'd said you're off your head, mate. But now, with wisdom, through pain and suffering, through jacking off to men, I now have come to the conclusion that I have been hoodwinked since the moment I got here. How do I know this? Because men have got further apart rectangular shaped eyes. Women have rounded, close set eyes that are lower set. Look at the difference in the faces. Men's faces are wider and bigger. Their faces fill their skull. Women's faces are pushed downward. Women have close set rounded eyes. Men have bigger noses. Men have bigger teeth. Men have wider dental arches to match the far apart eyes with a square jaw to match the two. Women have sloping jawlines because they've got narrow dental arches and close set eyes. The bigger thing on the woman is the 5 head right there. You see that bad boy? Versus the 4 head. 4 head versus 5 head. What is that again? Is that mad? It's doing my head in that is. Right, how about to it? It's alright, man, that was me. Men in general have block-shaped heads. Women have upside-down, egg-shaped heads. Look, see the difference? Excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research without the need for permission from a parent to a copyright holder. To the naughty holder. Let's go there, and boom. Welcome to the show. Ding, da, ding. Do you know what? There we go. Who should we do? Who shall I start with? Let me start with... Oh, I had a decision and I can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, bare knuckle boxers. Lenny McLean. We've got to start with Big Lenny, the governor. You go, you looking over here at me? You wouldn't expect a woman to have a voice like that, would you? But Lenny McLean, when he spoke to you, he was like, I sound like the honey monster on testosterone juiced. He really did sound scary. Lenny James. It is Lenny James. No, Lenny McLean, you did. Lenny McLean. The governor. There she is. Big, saggy-titted woman. Yeah, one of the hardest men in England, they said. There's just one problem. That ain't a man's body, is it? He ain't packing nothing. For such a big fella, he ain't packing much, is he? Lenny McLean, pear-shaped. The black pants are literally hiding his figure. When's the last time, gentlemen, when's the last time you wore your trousers up to your belly button? Go on. Tell them when you was 2, when you had a diaper, when you had a nappy on. That's when that happened. Big, dirty diaper up your belly. You never wear them up there. Your hips are down here, gentlemen. You have a long body and long legs. Women have long legs and a short body. And that's exactly what I'm looking at. That short body there, look. And that is a baby-making factory right there. But people aren't going to believe it. Not Big Lenny McLean. Yeah, Big Lenny McLean. Let's go back. I spelt it wrong. Open images. Yeah, she's got short arms. Look, we showed you yesterday them women. What was that woman we looked at yesterday who had the extraordinarily long muscle in the arm? Just like I do, I have this long muscle. And when I flex, I can't make golf balls or little like Popeye muscle. I can't do it because I've got a longer, thicker muscle. Right here, this is a woman, and so is this. So, what's the chances of putting a real man between these two women? There's another one, look, Vinnie Jones. We covered Vinnie the other day. This is a woman, and so is this. Don't get me wrong, right? This is a big woman. She's been taught to box. She's got power and technique. She does. But you put her in against a real tough kid off the street, like my mate Gilly or my mate Gozzy, and it's good night Vienna. I don't care how big and strong she thinks she is. When she goes up against a real raging bull, a male, a proper male, who produces his own testosterone, he doesn't need it adding, with bigger bone structure and a fighting sense of a man. Night, Lenny. Especially if you told that boxer this was a woman and she thinks she's harder than you. Lenny McLean, it's a woman. She got closer eyes. She got look at the length of that top lip. It's a Shitler lip. You know what it is. You only get them thick moustaches on women. Graham Souness had one. Kevin Keegan. They all had them in the 80s, didn't they? Because they've got this long top lip. Because they have buck teeth. Women have buck teeth. Smaller dental arch, but buck teeth. Given this longer top lip. They will wink their eyes, look. And stick out the tongues. I don't think I've ever seen Lenny McLean sticking out his tongue. There probably is one somewhere. Who's this? Is that Mad Frankie Frazier? Lenny McLean, Britain's hardest man. McLean was an English unlicensed boxer, bouncer, bodyguard. Unlicensed. I can't remember who that is. Is that Paddy Doherty? I can't remember who it is, but she's got closer eyes as well, hasn't she? I can't remember their name. Right, Lenny McLean. Is that the family? Let's have a look at you, Len. I can't get any big pictures on them. Oh, there we go. Neck o'clock. Someone explain why the daughter's got a longer neck than Lenny. Lenny goes chin, beep, 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 tie. The daughter goes chin, beep, 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 tie. Why is that happening there? Why? You explain this to me. Someone explain it to me. She's got a bigger face than Lenny. And Lenny's massive, right? Lenny with ex-model and best friend John Huntley. Never heard of John Huntley, but John Huntley's quite wide at the hips, wouldn't you say? Oh, look at them saggy titties. Even in a blurred photo, I can see inverted nipples. Lenny McLean. Oh, I should have put McLean in the back file. 1 second. Kirsten. No, that was from last night. McLean. Search. Oh. Right, searching McLean. I know I've done Lenny McLean, and I've got Gates, I'm sure I have. There she is. This is Britain's King of Bouncers. I see a fat girl. I really do. Look at that midsection. That looks like a camel toe, Len. Leonora. I'm going to call you Leonora. Leonora. She's a big old girl. Do you know what she looks like there? She looks like that guy who swam with sharks and punched them in the nose. What did I call it? Who's the English one? Who's the English one who looks like that? Paul Sykes. Is it Paul Sykes? Let's have a look. It might be Paul Sykes. Oh, you've got to watch that video. The Paul Sykes video. It's an hour-long documentary on Paul Sykes. I'm sure it's Sykes. Boxing. Look how close together the eyes are. You gotta be kidding me. Britain's hardest northerner, this one. This is the hardest bloke in the north where I live. I got a problem with how close your eyes are. But this one, there is a video of Paul Sykes. You've got to go watch it. I promise you, you won't stop laughing. There, Paul Sykes. Apparently the reason Will Ferrell wanted to invest in a Yorkshire Football Club, it's sharks. I told you. You've got to go watch the Paul Sykes interview. Once you know it's a flip-flop, then you know the lying. But the audacity of saying that he swam from Thailand to Vietnam in shark-infested waters with his Nike trainers tied around his neck. He holds them up. He says, I swam at Swamp Cross River Channel from Vietnam to Thailand. Shark-infested waters. One come near me, I punched it straight on the nose. Paul Sykes. We'll leave Paul Sykes up there. So let's go back to old English men that use proper power tools. Proper power tools. Right, let's have a look. Lenny McLean. Is that the wife? No. Kelly McLean, that's the son. That's Lenny's son. He's got some big knuckles on him, look, they're glowing. I can see 3 of his knuckles glowing back at me. I couldn't decide whether Lenny was a boxer or a sumo wrestler. Fat bitch. Oh, there's the wife. Let's have a look at him. Oh yeah, we're done. Explain that mastoid right there to me. Explain it like I'm 4 years old. He's got bigger teeth. He's got a bigger face. Lenny's massive, look, but the face is small. He's small, but the face is big, look. It's the opposite. I know it's in your mind that this is still a man for you newbies, but the man's right here. Look at that mastoid. Look at his shoulder blade. Flat-chested, square-headed, rectangle-shaped eyes. He's the one with the arched eyebrows, look. She's supposed to have them, but she hasn't. She's got male eyes. Wide cheekbones as well. Lenny McLean. She was a big fat mama. Played the part though, didn't she? You see, there is no real footage of these people fighting real men. I'll remind you this from all these bare knuckle boxers that they say are men or women. Paddy O'Doherty. We've got to do Paddy Doherty, haven't we? As well. What's on here? Paddy Doherty. Irish tea. Look how close together. She looks like Joe Calzaghe. Anybody who knows boxing knows that looks like Joe Calzaghe. Right, let's come back. It's because I'm looking at a female skull. That's what it is. It's been juiced up. Same with this one. Women with fat heads. When you realise that he hung around with a craze and boxed with these other boxers that are all women, you have to come to the conclusion that this bouncer, Dorman, Britain's hardest man, giving us the Baphomet right there, 2 fingers, look. Giving us it and telling us, I'm not what you think I am. Look at that. That's not a beer belly. That's a womb. That is a muffin top. Tell me, gentlemen, how far up do your trousers come? Do they come up to your belly button? Because mine don't. Mine come up to here. My zipper takes like a second to undo. Zip. This one, zip. You got to be kidding me. No man wears trousers that high. Bruce Lee's school of high waisters. She's hiding her womb. It's a hairy woman going bald. That's what makes me laugh. The Dirty Dozen. Look at your close set eyes. You crowning egghead. Don't know who you are, but you're a woman as well. There's another woman. Craig Fairbrass. Another woman. They look similar, don't they? Because they've both got deep filtrums. They've both got pink lips. They've both got small mouths. They've both got close set eyes. And they're both going bald. Sharp A, flat forehead. Sharp A, flat forehead. Lenny McLean, the governor. All of this in the ring, these boxing matches, it's all bollocks. Look at the size of that foot. Houston, we've got a schoolgirl in the ring. Who's that mincing? Oh, it's Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones and some other dipshit. Excuse my language. It bores me. It really does when people tell me, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't. You haven't studied forensics. Lenny McLean, literally, it's a girl on testosterone with wonky nipples, look. This nipple's trying to crawl up that armpit. And then you juice her up, you give her testosterone, and she gets big, but she doesn't become a man. Look at those trousers again above the belly button. There is no man on earth that wears his trousers up underneath his armpits almost. Only women do. So when... Oh, I need a drink. Right, there's no man in this world. His hands don't even pass his crotch, look. If his danglies are here, which they should be according to that, he can barely grab his own goalies if he had a pair. Lenny McLean walking. Show me out. I've never seen that picture. Who's that? Fat bitch. Dun 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 dun. Look at the state of that suit. Can't even wear a suit. The craze with the hardest firm. No, they weren't. It's made up. It's all nonsense. It's all made up nonsense. Made of Jack McVitie. I beg to tell the difference right there. They're both mincing. Pair of bitches. But Lenny McLean was best mates with these people. Oh, it's a solicitor, that's who it is. Mincing from Flamingo Foot, the craze and their solicitor. This goes back a long time, boys and girls. So you want me to believe that this squashy-faced, the governor, this squashy-faced woman is a man, just because he pulls a face like that? Yeah, I don't think so. That's a big woman's fist, but it's not a big man's fist. Look how small the palm is. Lads, put your fist over now and I'll bet you any money your fist is taller than that. Because his palm is a woman's palm, not a man's palm. Don't matter if it's a bigger woman. Yeah, she got a bigger woman's hand. She hasn't got a man's hand. Is that you there, Lenny? No, it's Stephen, what's his name? Look at that broken leg. Look at that. There isn't a man in the world that walks like this. Women do. But men don't. Little men with small feet and small hands, look. And the problem is, this is a big woman, but she's still got small feet and small hands, look. God doesn't change these ratios. Right, there's no gates for this bitch. Let me have a look. Lenny McLean. Don McLean. Lenny McLean. I've got one Lenny McLean. What is it? Let's have a look. Dun 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 dun. There's no gates. Lenny McLean's got no gates. Gutted. Never mind. I'll put in straight. I'll give it a second look. There might be something in Snatch. Because he's been in that film Snatch there. There might be something in that film. But she's got no gates. It's a shame. Because she is a girl. I can see it is. The body alone tells me it's a girl. The face alone tells me it's a girl. But I need those gates for the 100% confirmation. Can't bother to go looking for one, I really can't. Lenny McLean, biologically a woman, proven by muffin tops, Bruce Lee School of high-waisted trousers, the small palm, the close-set eyes, dial M for Masons. Look at that widow's peak, clinging on for dear life. The rest of the scalp's giving up, like, no! But this widow's peak's just like, screw you, testosterone! We're done. Lenny McLean's a woman. A shame I can't find Air Gates next. Paul Sykes. I couldn't find his gates as well, I don't think. Air Gates. But what a funny person this one is. As soon as I read the word boxer, we're done. You understand? Ex-professional boxer. We're done. We're literally done. They're all liars. But this is Paul Sykes back in the day. I've got an absolute egghead look. It is though, isn't it? Small, dainty shoulders. Look how thin that clavicle is. I've got the egg-shaped face, the eye set ears, the very close set eyes. And she's widest in the hairline, look. Not. She should be wide here at the chin as well, and she's not. It slopes inwards. She's had a chin implant probably. There. Yorkshire Hardman from prison to shark punching. You gotta watch this video. You gotta watch it. And yeah, they've got these prison stories. Paul Sykes has got these prison. Is that him? That's not him, is it? Who was Paul Sykes? That's not Paul Sykes, is it? Is that really Paul Sykes now? Is he doing some more pictures of him walking there? Paul Sykes. Look! With his trainers round his neck. And look, this is the thing, like, the minute they start lying and people believe it, it becomes immortalised as the truth. And these things go all around, and everybody believes that Paul Sykes swam from Thailand to Vietnam in shark-infested waters, punching sharks on the nose as she went. It's Codswallop. It really is. I don't think there's any pictures for Paul Sykes walking. It's a shame because I really wanted to do this one as well. Because I can see just by that face picture that it's a woman. Is that him there? That's not him, is it? Folkestone. No, it's not. There she is in a Boxing Day. Again, them trousers are too high up. They should be at least 3 inches lower there across this bit. Hiding stuff. Where does it come up to your belly button? Almost. She was a big girl though. I'll give you that. She was a big girl. Britain's hardest prisoner. See, they all get these notorious reputations and it precedes them, just like the governor. Look how close together those are. I don't know who that is, but look how close together those eyes are. I don't know who that is. Another FTM. Bill the Bomb Legend. See, he looks like Bruce Jenner. No meat on him again. There's never any meat on these people. Carlton Leach. Football hooligan. Just no meat on him. Close set eyes. Again, high set ears. All these people, it's just, they print the story and People believe it as the truth. What can I say? Paul Sykes. Shame there's no gates on Paul Sykes. That's the closest I've seen to a gate. She got big hips there though, hasn't she? She definitely filled out. Right, we're done. Paddy Doherty. Again. Swear down, there's something in there, Marlo. It's because we've got the door open, isn't it? Paddy Doherty. I watched a documentary on this one earlier on with Danny Dyer. Danny Dyer and the crap. There it is. Danny's Deadliest Men. That's what I watched earlier on. Danny's a girl. Look at that droopy, soft-looking face and the fake Adam's apple. Let's go back. Paddy Doherty, a traveller. So even the travellers are in on this. Understand? I can't tell you that it's all of them because I haven't really looked at the travelling community, but certainly the ones that interact with this person. And I see Joe Calzaghe, close set eyes, dial M for Masons in the hairline. And people are like, no way, I've seen Paddy fight, I've seen Mike Tyson fight, I've seen Bomber Haynes fight, I've seen Joe Calzaghe fight. Don't tell me it's a man just because you saw him fight. Women can fight. I saw that. Did anyone see that one with that girl who beat up that other girl? And you could see the other girl was defenceless against her, and that the other one had been trained to fight, and it was just such an unfair fight. And they banned her from her own gym, and that the video went viral, and someone said that's this person. So they should be banned from the gym. Your skills are meant to protect you, not to hurt people with. Again, you're going to answer to God for everybody you've ever hurt. And the only thing that saves you is that Jesus said it on the cross. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. Because you didn't know what you're doing, you can be forgiven for it. But these people, they know they're lying to us. They know what they're doing to the world. They live lavish lifestyles. They go on television. They pretend to be male boxers when they're female boxers, etc., etc. They pretend to be ill. Battling, I can't use the word, but look, spent days in hospital after battling that word. I'm not allowed to mention it, but there you go. There's your answer right there. Absolute liar. They're all Freemasons, they're all Illuminati, Rosicrucians, Jesuits, whatever you want to call them. It's all the same family as far as I'm concerned. Liars, Satan's family. Satan's brood. Jesus said, I'd know you by your fruits. And right there, your fruits are lies. They're rotten. Look at the hips. A boy with boobs. Look at this one with a 5 head. I don't know who that is, and I don't know who that is. Paddy Doherty opens up about throwing his dad the biggest traveller's funeral. There's just one problem. Your husband's got a big head and you walk like a flamingo. That's just starters. You see, because this one's a modern traveller, not like Lenny McLean or the other one, Paul Sykes, are too far in the past for me to find gates on. Because this is a modern one, I can literally destroy him in that one picture. For all of you don't know what we're looking at, you know a flamingo foot. You also know a space between the feet versus inline footfall. A suit that doesn't fit. Look how bad fitting that suit is because her arms are tiny. Remember, all of that bit up until that crease there, that whole corner there is padding. Padding. It's padding. Because the arm curls into the body. This one's got a straight hanging arm, look. Woomph. Let's have a look at them. And again, the solicitors, the bodyguards, look, mincing with diamond, flamingo from full mince, flamingo from full mince. Men don't walk with the knees apart, look. These are women. That policeman in the background's got my attention, whoever it is. You've got my full attention, my love, because your hips are massive, your shoulders tilted, and you're leant forward into your walk. Policeman's a woman as well. So all the court cases that you see, it's rigged. It's made up. Looks like Tommy Lee Jones. Yes, it does, Annabelle. That's a very good spot. Does look like Tommy Lee Jones. It's because they've got stunted faces. And that's not an insult to you ladies. God gave you the smaller face. But when you put it on a man, it becomes stunted. It looks wrong. But it takes a bit of practice. As soon as you see this word, right, it's game over. As soon as you see that word, it's game over. Getty Images. Paddy Doherty is a woman. And she's got big... Look at the size of those hips. There's not much room for Mama's spicy meatball in there, is there? I mean, there's a little bit of an opening, but it doesn't look like a man's, does it? Is that her getting married? Big fat gypsy wedding. And again, Paddy Doherty from Flamingo, but the wife has got straight legs. Explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 4 years old, because I understand forensics. Paddy Doherty is a girl. I've got Paddy Doherty. Let me look in the back file. Paddy. I wonder if Shawnee's got Lenny McLean. Shawnee, if you're watching, have you got Lenny McLean? Post it if you have. I've got Paddy Pimblett. Oh, when I showed that picture of Paddy Pimblett to Reese, Ben and Jared the other day, two of them, even though I showed them the book before, they went, not Paddy. Yeah, all of them. It's not a few, it's not some, it's all. Otherwise it wouldn't work. None of this would work if you put real people in amongst the mix. We're done. Paddy Doherty with the broken leg look. And there we go. Paddy Doherty, full mints from Flamingo. But Danny Dyer did a TV show on him and he went to the hardest pub in Britain. Who's that? Untitled Paddy Doherty. Why are your hips so big? I'm asking for a friend. Why are your trousers so high? Why are your eyes so close? Anyway, let's go back. I don't know who that is. But Paddy's definitely got a big set of hips, look. Thunder thighs. Literally thunder thighs. Backfile. Paddy Doherty. Have I got him? There's loads of Paddy Pimbletts. Paddy. No, there's no Paddy Doherty. D-O-H-E-R-T-Y. I could have sworn I've done Doherty. I really could. We'll find out in a second. Let it search. How many gates did we get? 4 and 1 full mince. Ski whiff. There's no more gates, I don't think. Let's try street. Oh, I didn't even put in walking. Did I not? Walking. That was just normal. Let's put walking in there, see what happens. Why is that not gone up there? Walking. Search. Now we got some pictures. Where are we looking? I've seen that. I've seen that. That's a nice inline there. What's that one? I ain't seen that one. That's from Full Mints. It's the second one. Third one, should I say. If that's you, that's a beautiful one. No. Size of him. Look, there's Paddy Doherty. Right, explain this to me. There is the bare knuckle boxer, the Gypsy King herself. Look at the size of a skeleton. Then look at the Adam's apple on that man beast. Look at the size of. Look how far out down that hand comes to catch goalies. Look, Paddy stops here. Look, but not this dude's. He's got a whole hand's worth more length. Look for grabbing bits. The necker clock alone. The place to put us Mama's spicy meatball is showing, look. You gotta be kidding me. Look at the size of that behemoth. So if those two are flipped, then those two have also got to be flipped, right? Paddy Doherty. I think we're done. As soon as I saw him with that face mask on, that's it, we're done. Doherty, Pierce, Pete. There is no Paddy. Did I not get a Paddy? I could have sworn I've done Paddy. Right, let's grab the gates. The ones we've got. I'll take that one. It's not a brilliant one, but it is in line. Not that one. There's a nice one there. Ski whiff. Another flamingo. I like that flamingo. There was a bit in the documentary with Danny Dyer where Paddy and Danny were walking up a small road. It was only like 8 seconds long. And I just kept stopping the video every second. I was going flip, flop, flip, flop, all the way through it. I want those other 3 full minces. Where are they? There's one. Broken leg. I don't want that one. Let's go back. No. Where's the other one? I like that one as well. Save image. Knees apart, knees together. Oh, what was that? 1 second, I just saw something caught me there. It's nice standing. It's standing. All TV is fake. It is. Once you understand, they're all actors. Street. That's better. Where's that one in full mints? There's one of them in full mints. Oh, there's a nice flamingo there. We didn't see that one before. Look at the state of that gate. Look at the shoulder tilt. Save image. It's like that one, but it's not. There it is. That's the one we wanted. The one with the ill-fitting suit. I don't think I need any more. Yeah, that'll do. Again, that one with the neck. Where was it? There. Oh, he's a big fella, that one, isn't he? Look at that space for a meatball. That is not passing anytime soon, is it? What is it? 6 foot and a bit. Right, I just need your face, Paddy. Do you know what? I think I'll take that one. That one's not bad. Go on then, we'll take that one. If I need another one, actually, if I'm going to use a clear shot, that's not bad either, is it? That one or that one? No, I'll take that one. Right, we're done. Paddy Doherty. What do they call him? Decky O'Haggy. Is it Decky? I don't know how you spell it. Decky Haggy. Oh, I can't remember his name. I thought it was Decky Haggy. Well, Eddie Hall. Let's put Eddie Hall in there quickly. Have we done Eddie Hall? I have done Eddie Hall. I don't need to do it. Yeah, we've done Eddie Hall. I'm sure it's Decky Aggie. I can't remember his name. Decky Aggie. It's not finding it. I can't think of any other bare knuckle boxers from England.